That snow outside, it's finally melting, at least near me, and that means spring is coming. And between travel, longer days, and everything picking back up post-winter, I don't know that I have the patience for a complicated wellness routine. And that's why I like Grunes. Grunes are a convenient, comprehensive formula packed into a snack pack of gummies a day. It's not just a multivitamin, it's not just a greens gummy, and it's not just a prebiotic. It's all of those things combined. And it's way simpler than everything I did before, which is like a million different supplements in a million different jars. With Grunes, you get a full daily snack pack because there's no way they could fit everything into just one gummy. And it feels kind of like a little treat instead of a chore. They include 6 grams of prebiotic fiber, which is more fiber than most greens powders, and even more than a couple cups of broccoli. They're vegan, they're gluten-free, they're dairy-free, they're nut-free. They have low sugar and sugar-free options as well. Plus, you can even use HSA or FSA funds. If your healthcare plan's got them, you may as well use them on something that's good for you. The ingredients are backed by over 35,000 research publications and formulated to be well absorbed, so you'll know you're actually getting what's on the label. Save up to 52% off with code WHO at grunes.co. That's code WHO at gruns.co.
You or Jayla?
Real. They want to know.
Hey.
Real.
Hey.
Real. Come on.
Hey. I want to be famous.
Welcome to Who Weekly, the podcast where you'll learn everything you need to know about the celebrities you don't. I'm Bobby Finger.
I'm Lindsay Weber.
Do you hear that?
What?
That's an empty Celsius, baby.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Drop a quarter in the Celsius jug. Actually, don't. I guess it would make a noise if you dropped a quarter in an empty Celsius can.
This is not the norm for me. I thought it would be funny.
No advertising for Celsius. What's the other breaking news?
The actual breaking news is that Rita Ora posted sizzling bikini thirst traps as she skips Met Gala amid widespread A-list boycott after previously attending 10 times.
Rita Ora skipped the freaking Met Gala. That's the breaking news.
She got the sort of like cool clout for skipping the Met Gala because it's cool to be like, we're protesting Met Gala because Jeff Bezos is there and Lauren Sanchez is there and like, this is all fucked up. A lot of people skipped the Met Gala and a lot of people had things to say about it. Rita just didn't go.
Other people who skipped the Met Gala, I'm like, oh, maybe they had a cold. Maybe they had a migraine, blah, blah. When Rita skips the Met Gala, that's a message. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like, that means something. Because Rita has gone every year for 10 years.
She goes every year.
That's what I'm trying to say to you. Like, it's more serious than just, people are making a lot of assumptions. But when it comes to Rita Ora, it's like, she did do that.
Because, you know, like typically I'd be like, what is the actual reason you're not going? But just the fact that she's not there makes me think that there's something kind of political going on. She's trying to make a statement.
I was watching and then I had to stop watching. And then when I came back to watching again, or like pick my phone back up after not watching,
Yeah.
I was like, where's Rita Ora? I literally was like, did she walk the carpet yet? Because I just assumed that our girl would be there and she wasn't there. And I love the Daily Mail's take on it, which was like, she's sexy elsewhere, you know?
Rather than attending, Rita posed for a series of sizzling thirst traps, sporting an array of skimpy bikinis which showcased her incredible figure to perfection.
That's just a way of life for her. Like, that's just what she was. They're like, she was busy diverting with sexy photos. It's like, well.
She is sizzling in all these photos. It's true.
She is sizzling. Say that.
The 2 comments. One comment, Rita still looks great. A real stunner. And the other one, strange looking abdomen.
No.
They can't handle her ab crack. It's too much for people.
It's so us though. We're like, ab crack, but like we mean it not in a, in a body positive way.
Of course.
Okay.
We would only mean it in a body positive way. You are listening to Who's There, a weekly call-in show where we take your questions, comments, and concerns at 619-WHO-THEM. We have a lot of comments, so let's start with this one, Met Gala related.
Hi, Bobby, Lindsay, and Timmy. Just saw that Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni settled their lawsuit. Do you think that they released this on the day of the Met Gala intentionally to cover it up? Avias Youngin, Women Don't Belong in Balloons, Greg Trunch.
Honestly, sorry to say, yes.
That was your first thought.
Unfortunately, it has to be this way. I don't like it being this way for my mind, but unfortunately, I have to say yes. Yes, I do think it was intentional.
I don't like to give celebrities this much credit all the time because I don't necessarily think they're thinking this deeply typically. And sometimes we overthink their actions to be generous. But in this case, I'm with Lindsay, and I think that this was absolutely deliberate. They could have announced the next day, 2 days later, the day before.
Well, I don't think you're saying like it would be giving them credit like some evil geniuses. I just think they're just evil. How about just conniving?
Sometimes we like to think that celebrities are paying 4D chess and they're just playing checkers. And in this case, I do think it's chess.
No, well, there's a whole team of lawyers that they're paying to play chess. It's not about whether celebrities are smart or stupid. I'm not even getting into that. That's not my job. But in terms of like the people surrounding this case who are getting paid to be strategic in so many ways, PR, law, etc. It's like that makes sense. The other thing that happened was a few days ago, New York Magazine released like a huge feature, like a long feature written by one of their best writers. I think it was Reeves.
It was Reeves.
Yeah, Reeves wrote it about the case, and I don't think that's unrelated. I think that, sometimes it takes somebody to like write it all out and how ridiculous it is. And I started reading it, and it like does make you feel insane. You know what I mean? It's so crazy. And so I think that didn't hurt in terms of pushing this along. Ridiculous.
It made them both look bad. It's very diplomatic.
Yes.
And it's
is
sort of
diplomatic.
like, it's sort of like, this is embarrassing for everyone involved.
Right. And maybe that's the key to why this happened, because it put them finally on the same plane as ridiculous. Like it wasn't biased against any party. It was just like, this is the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni, and the feud of the century. And don't forget, she went to the Met Gala. Like she was there.
People were screaming at her like, what do you think about the settlement, Blake? Of course she ignored it, but they were screaming at her from the pit.
Well, and do you know what's funny? To go to that event in the wake of a big news item like this happening is dangerous in that way, but it's almost also like, oh, I'm proudly showing up to show that it doesn't bother me.
Defiant.
Like I don't, right. That's what I'm saying. So you're taking that risk that somebody might ask about it, but if you're good, which no clips of her having to answer any questions about this happened. She just was on the carpet, you know what I mean, in an ugly dress or whatever. So she ended up with the press that's like, she attends despite blah, 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 which is like, she was like, I'll get in front of the camera first, you know, even though I'm not saying anything. There's still pending motions for fees and damages against her by him.
You pasted this in here. It's from Variety, I think. And it says, because Baldoni countersued after all of this. So remember, like a little over a year ago in January of 2025, Baldoni countersued for defamation. That was thrown out. But then it says, I'm quoting Variety, it still has to proceed to a final conclusion. Baldoni, Wayfarer, and the publicists filed the complaint in January 2025, alleging that Lively and her husband and their publicists had leveraged false allegations of harassment in order to tarnish Baldoni's reputation and hijack the firm. To me, it seems like it's almost like a clerical issue. It's like, oh, we need to just sign some final documents, but essentially this is over.
His lawyer has already spoken to Extra, and he said,
Extra, extra.
10 of the 13 claims were gone as a result of the summary judgment notion. 5 individuals were out of the case. You were left with a case that was really Blake Lively versus It Ends. You were left with a case that was really Blake Lively versus It Ends With Us, the movie, LLC, the agency group, and Wayfarer Studios. So it was a very different case at the point in time that we had those settlement discussions than ever was before. Because they're like, who came to the table first? And he's like, well, I wouldn't say like one side came to the table first to settle. There was an urgency to get it done as quickly as possible. Which makes sense.
Diva has nothing in his upcoming on IMDb.
I mean, I truly think that he's worse off than her at this point. I don't know. I feel like it went back and forth, but I feel like in terms of the industry, she's got that Ryan Reynolds by her side. She's got stuff going on.
She's got that Betty Booze money, that Mint Mobile money.
I don't think Betty Booze money is supporting.
It seems like the rationale behind this is A, spending more money on legal fees, which have already been apparently astronomical, and B, the moment it goes to trial, stuff would have likely gone public that would have been embarrassing to probably both sides, you know?
I mean, she has upcomings. She's still working. She's still acting. She's still glamorous. I do wonder what it looks like to her. Will every movie be like a movie that she produced? Like, is she ever going to let anyone else make a movie again that she's in? Is she going to have to touch everything? Is she now scared to like work?
In the short term, maybe. I feel like people will forget about this stuff eventually. You know,
They already forgot about it, kind of.
She's a beautiful blonde lady in Hollywood who's wealthy. She'll be okay.
Right. Maybe him behind the scenes. Maybe Wayfarer Studios continues on and does really well. And that's the split.
And he's fully just a behind the scenes guy.
And he's just more behind this. Exactly.
Because even whatever you think of the case, like his reputation is tarnished such that women aren't going to want to work with him anymore. People, period. But I think a lot of women are going to be like, I don't want to work with this guy.
Right. I mean, ultimately, we still don't know how much money was given where, but if they settled, that means she paid him.
I think that's what that means. Yeah.
Yeah.
A source close to the matter tells Variety, quote, anyone purporting to confirm the terms of the confidential settlement at this point is misleading you. More information about this confidential settlement will be on the court's docket in the coming days. So don't be misled.
I'm never trying to be misled. I'm often misled, but I'm not trying to be misled, you know?
Yeah. You're Miss Independent.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm calling about Josh Groban's engagement. My friend Katie was his first kiss. This was at arts camp back in the 90s when they were teenagers. And she was his first kiss. He was not her first kiss. She had a little more experience at that point. But anyway, if he became this player later on, I feel like we have Katie to thank. She deserves a place in the montage of past loves. She was patient zero. So justice for Katie. Crunch, crunch.
Don't say antivirus. It's not even 9.
Please don't say patient zero, please, to me. Shout out to Katie. I guess, yes, Katie belongs on the Who's Dated Who of Josh Groban's life.
Katie.
Congrats
to Katie.
To Katie.
I would love if Bobby would make a song of I shared a cab with a straight guy, but it's I took a pill in Ibiza. Crunch, crunch.
I said, okay.
See, that's the problem is like,
I didn't even need a Celsius. I just did it.
I'm scared to hear.
Do you want to hear it again?
To hear it again, yeah.
Timmy said he cried when he heard this.
I shared a cab with a straight guy to show the man that I was cool. We were driving down Manhattan, cabbie playing Rachel Platten fight song. It's a hell of a tune. We're going back to Brooklyn to the yellow cab driver's delight. Getting pornographic in this midtown traffic, about to be one hell of a night. Cause he don't wanna take the C with me, accidentally ride the E with me. He don't ever wanna wonder if this OG train will get us home. He don't wanna be adrift right now, surge prices on the lift right now. He don't wanna be stuck on that platform praying, stuck on that platform praying. Oh, he knows Chad songs, darling. Oh, he knows Chad songs.
Thoughts?
This fan fiction is crazy that you wrote. Also, this has like nothing to do with Who Weekly lore or celebrities. It just is like now you're just literally making music inspired by my life. Now you're just having a hobby. FYI.
I know, this is fan fiction.
What is Chad songs?
All he knows are straight guy songs. Because you're listening to Rachel Platten and he doesn't know it because he only knows Chad songs.
Once again, fan fiction.
It's called poetry, Lindsay.
I know, but it's like
it's poetry.
You've gone beyond the pale. This is beyond kind of like what we're normally working with on this show in terms of your music.
This is me just sort of trying to improve my skill set.
Yeah, I feel like you're yes, it's still a parody song, but you're still writing original lyrics.
Weird Bob. I was really proud of We're Driving Down Manhattan, cabbie playing Rachel Platten fight song. It's a hell of a tune.
Yeah.
Right?
No, that's a very, you threw in kind of a different.
Ask me how long it took me to write this. 10 minutes.
Rhythmic pattern. Yeah. Well,
once again, songwriting takes 10 minutes.
When you're inspired, you're inspired. Okay, Lady Gaga, I get it. She's like, I wrote Just Dance in 1 second.
Right. Every good song you've ever heard has a clip of the songwriter being like, I wrote it on the way to the studio. And you're like, awesome. That's great.
Yeah. So now you know what it feels like to cover a song, to write lyrics.
Yeah.
Wow. Beautiful. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Hi, BLT. I guess I have two questions or comments. I know you're going to get a lot of calls about the Met Gala, so I'm just going to add myself into that. The first thing I need to know is, what did the Luke Evans Warrior think about his Tom of Finland look on the red carpet? I think that if you were worried about Luke Evans, I feel like the Rocky Horror Show plus this look should lay all of those worries to rest. That was great. That was spectacular. Such a good execution of the theme. The second thing, I'm curious, do you think there were any breakout who's on the red carpet this year? I feel like a couple of years ago, like, Tyla had a really good red carpet moment. And I mean, I feel like the Met Gala, maybe this isn't what it is, but I feel like it's always such an interesting opportunity for who's to, like, get a whole bunch of press and maybe, like, boost their profile a little bit for, like, a couple days. I feel like I saw some looks on the carpet from people I wasn't that familiar with where I was like, I wonder what's going on there. Maybe I should check them out more. I'm curious if y'all had any who's that you think could get a little bit closer to themdom via their red carpet look, even if it's just for like 24 hours. Okay, love you. Me and Grace, Lindsay and Besler. Bye.
What a thoughtful call, Lindsay and Besler. What a thoughtful call. I thought.
A very thoughtful call.
A thoughtful call, I thought.
And a great thought starter.
And a great thought starter for the show. That's right. So where do we even begin here?
Well, we begin by saying the Luke Evans Warrior has not called in about the Luke Evans Met Gala look yet. And I think that's because he has stopped worrying. Yeah.
He literally said, I can stop listening to this show because I'm not worried about Luke Evans anymore. And that, honestly, respectfully, is correct. I agree. I think, like, Luke Evans did obviously a very direct interpretation of the theme, but slayed nonetheless. And we should not be worrying about him because I'm seeing him doing very well in the media landscape. He
got nominated for a Tony. He was dressed like, I don't know, even cuntier Tom of Finland on the red carpet. Everyone thought he looked great.
He looked great.
There's nothing to worry about.
Don't even be worrying about him. I don't want to hear, and don't say under a line to me once, ever, again. Thank you.
I'll never worry about him again.
No.
Second question, were there any breakout who's on the red carpet?
I think there weren't really any of them. I think these are all a little bit of a stretch that we're like pulling out. I don't think anyone talked about a look in a way that was like, who is this person?
I think that for sure, Aariana Rose Phillip, someone I had never heard of, was getting a lot of attention.
I guess within the context of the night, yes, there were people who were slaying that we hadn't heard of, but I just felt like it didn't go beyond the night of conversation. What's great about her look and her walking the carpet was that she was a mannequin in the
actual exhibit.
Exactly. So that was kind of part of the story. It created a much better story to be telling also.
Because you're going into the event, you're like going down the red carpet to an exhibition and fundraiser and seeing your body like as one of the exhibits and like as a work of art.
Right. And you're the first Black and trans disabled model to be represented by a major modeling agency, and you've been working in modeling for years and years. But the idea that this exhibit, like they made a cast of her body for the exhibit. Mm-hmm. And then she was wearing like Colina Estrada, like on the carpet, looked amazing, was doing a ton of interviews, whatever. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think like that does make a difference. But I was kind of like, it felt a little bit more in context of the event than a random person who we maybe heard their name and then broke out by wearing like a crazy dress, which is usually what happens.
And I guess maybe if I'm being more thoughtful about it, it is hard for models these days to just become the conversation because they're not in movies, they're not in music. They really kind of only exist in these very specific fashion spaces.
And usually when they're talking about what they're wearing, it's the designer that's talking about what the models are wearing, which is why in this list of people, the models almost don't count, even though they did slay. And a lot of them are wearing looks that were like some of my favorites, but it's like they are almost still the mannequins for the for the
the
outfits,
designers
in a way. Yeah, because otherwise they're not
canvas.
famous enough to be in the Met. But why they are famous enough to be at the Met is because it's an industry event and they're famous models within that industry. You know what I mean?
I'm charmed by Aariana Rose Phillip because she got famous on Tumblr, which is very endearing to me.
Yes.
As like a teenager, as a preteen, I think she started blogging on Tumblr and got a fan base at like 12 years old.
No, and obviously when you're physically disabled and you want to be a model, you have to pitch yourself hard. It's not like somebody's going to come to you and be like, you're a model. It's like you have to actually put work in, right? To recontextualize the way that you're seen. Even if you're like, oh, I actually am a very talented model. It's like, well, it's going to be hard for you to be seen like that because of all the fucked up shit in the industry.
Mm-hmm. In a piece about her from 2018 in the New York Times, when she signed with Elite, they mentioned that one of her best friends, at the time at least, because I couldn't find either of them talk about each other anywhere else but this piece, but at the time, she said that one of her best friends was Hunter Schafer, and Hunter Schafer is the person who made the introduction to Elite Model Management, and that's how she got signed.
I would argue Hunter Schafer, who's still a who, last at the Met was one of the breakouts and had like an amazing look that made sense, that got a lot of attention and looked amazing. And maybe somebody who didn't know who she was like noticed. And she's not a model. She's an actress.
She's an actress / model.
So I would argue she counts as one of those. A lot of the other ones, like there's a Getty, like this woman, Sabine Getty.
Getty
like
by marriage.
The breakouts are, last year I think that was that Salmon Air or something, wore like a crazy look. Never heard from him
the
again,
Salmon Air.
You know?
Yeah, never heard. You're right. The precedent is that we don't really hear about them after the Met
So I'm
Gala.
like, okay, this breakout was because she was wearing this beautiful dress that was like hand painted and it had hands on it. A lot of the looks had hands on them. So it was like, okay, this was one of the hands looks. And then you had, again, I don't know if it really counts, but models, Anna Wayant. She's fascinating. She's a painter who got big on Instagram. She's amazing. And I think she dates or dated one of those freaking gallery guys, one of the scary gallery guys.
Larry Gagosian?
Gagosian. She dated, yes. She dated Larry Gagosian.
Oh, the old guy. Did we talk about this on an episode before?
Yeah.
Must have. Yeah, because he's like, he's literally a billionaire. He's like an art billionaire.
Yeah. And now she dates Jason Isabel, who I believe is a country artist or like a country adjacent artist. Am I right?
Yeah.
But she didn't really break out is my other thing. See, I saw
guess you're right. I guess you're right.
Nobody was really talking about this. She just walked in a way where we noticed her and I feel like people didn't know who she was.
And her paintings are very like, aren't they like kind of like still lifey?
I don't know how to describe art. Sorry. They're really beautiful. They're really beautiful. They're in the style of Dutch masters, if that makes sense.
But she got famous on Instagram, ended up selling paintings for millions of dollars, became like a artist influencer on Instagram, and now she is at the Met Gala.
Well, it's like, oh, she's such a good artist. Oh, she's beautiful. And then it's like kind of like from there. Let's be realistic. You know what I mean? And then it took off from there. Who else? Dree Hemingway, who played Daryl Hannah in Love Story, was on the carpet wearing this kind of like incredible neck piece. Also, Ernest Hemingway's granddaughter.
Muriel Hemingway's daughter.
Great granddaughter.
Great, right. Muriel is the granddaughter. Dree is the great.
Dree is the great granddaughter. Yes, and she.
What a striking woman! She's so striking.
Actress, she is. That's why I thought she was so good as Daryl, because even though she didn't look exactly like Daryl, the idea that they both are striking women in a specific way, that it was like reminiscent of Daryl in the right way.
Yeah. Daryl was very mad about that, but I still think that Dree pretty much slayed that.
She slayed. A model named Lauren Wasser.
Lauren Wasser, I think we've talked about before. She's a model who lost both of her legs when she was like in her early 20s because of toxic shock syndrome, which is very scary to me.
That's so scary.
She lost both of her legs, but then she started modeling. So she's been like a double amputee model for like the better part of 10 years. She's famous. She's got, someone's always calling her like the girl with the golden legs because her prosthetics are gold. Typically, that's her look. It's very chic.
I hadn't maybe been exposed to her before, but cool.
And she's kind of a Nepo baby. Her mother was in the supermodel space. I think I put her name in here. Her mother's name was like Pam Cook, who was not a super famous model, but was a model. So like there's a story she tells a lot where it's like, She never got super famous, but she was signed and was a very like successful working model in the early 90s, and like was famous and successful to the point where one of her most iconic modeling shots, according to my research, was something Patrick de Marchelier took where she's holding her baby and her baby is Laura.
Who would eventually become a model.
Those were the big kind of like new people, and then there were the people that we've talked about before who are who's.
Right,
like
but
EJ.
still who's.
Mm-hmm.
The K-pop Demon Hunter girls unexpectedly showed up and showed out because I think this entire press run of K-pop Demon Hunters has proven that EJ and Audrey Nuna, and also the other girly too, but maybe not as much as these two, like love fashion. Like they live for fashion.
Yeah. EJ, Audrey Nuna. Oh, Ray Ami. We talked about that months ago.
She wasn't there, the third one.
Yeah, it was just Audrey and EJ.
My point was just that these two are always wearing something cool, really cool, and have been the entire press run.
Mm-hmm.
So it's unsurprising to me that they got like tapped by a designer to wear at this. Because like, don't forget, this is just it's a fashion industry fundraiser, but it's also just a way to translate the visions of designers who are trying to sell stuff like to a bigger stage than their own runway shows.
Do you think that the many protests about the Met Gala and like celebrities who were very openly like, I'm not going as an act of protest, I don't support, like, I can't believe Jeff Bezos is there and Lauren Sanchez, like, this is horrible for the industry. Do you think that had much of an effect on the people who did go? Because I kind of think it didn't.
What do you mean an effect, though? Like, either you did go or you didn't go?
People are being shamed for going, and I would argue rightfully, but I think they realized the juice was worth the squeeze. The squeeze being bad press.
It's crazy to me that the year that everybody was loudly boycotting was the year that Beyonce came back and Rihanna showed up.
Rihanna
so
showed
like,
up. Mm-hmm.
So I think, sorry, unfortunately, but that alone shows that it did, quote unquote, didn't matter, because it's not like there felt like, what it should have felt like was a vacuum of celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
If
the
protest was effective, it should have felt like, where is everyone?
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't feel like that. And that's a failure, unfortunately, of the protest. Not that I don't respect the stars for not going. Like, I think that it's very smart and also right to not go.
Like Sarah Jessica Parker didn't go. She usually goes.
But I'm just saying, it almost felt like, because every year there are people that don't go for various reasons.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the assumption of protest is not there. It's always like, could be something. They're on tour, they're busy, they're on Broadway, blah, blah, blah. This is like, there weren't enough ways to know why people weren't going.
The messages were getting lost in the sauce.
And there's a lot of assumptions about why people weren't there, where it's like, well, I'm assuming Meryl didn't go. It's like, well, she never said anything. So it's hard to have that be a protest, And Anne Hathaway went, right? So it's like, it's not even like the Devil Wears Prada people.
So and Ashley was there too. Yeah.
I know. So
and
it's
Stanley
hard because maybe they were like, Meryl, you don't have to go to this because obviously you never go. But what you can't do is like speak out. Please don't do that. Like, it's bad for the movie. I don't know. These are just my guesses. I'm also fanficking. It doesn't help that Beyonce shows up.
Exactly. More than ever, celebrities were being vocal about like why the Met Gala is bad and why they are not going. But those messages seem to get lost because too many other A-listers did show up.
Yeah, not even just like other A-listers, like the most A-list versions. The only Taylor Swift wasn't here. Like, it would have been even right. That's the only person I can think of that would make it more A-listy.
Mm-hmm.
It just really was a lot of stars.
That's why I brought up the Rita thing at the beginning, because it's sort of like, she usually is there, and it was a surprise that she wasn't there, but she didn't say why she was there, so everyone's just making assumptions as to why she was there. Because unless you say anything like Billie Eilish, no one's really gonna know why you didn't show up.
No, exactly. And also, people aren't gonna assume anything. Maybe if somebody writes it up, they might say like, oh, I could guess that it's because of this reason. But if you don't say anything, no one knows. I mean,
exactly.
I don't know. It's a bummer that it's something that it's supposed to be like assumed, but then it kind of got eaten up by the spectacle of the show anyways. Mm-hmm. Who knows,
It ended up making people go crazy anyway. We have a call about this person, so I'll play it.
I want to be famous.
Improving your sleep can feel like a huge project. New mattresses, gadgets, blackout curtains, but honestly, most of the time, it's way simpler than that. I used to think my bed was fine until I started noticing little things like my sheets were thinning, the corners wouldn't stay put, I was always waking up a little bit too warm, a little too cold, and then I realized the fastest upgrade isn't replacing everything. It's the sheets, it's the bedding.
It's what you're in. It's what you're under. I love my Boll and Branch blanket. Ooh, it's like waffle knit. It's so cozy, and it's perfect for this time of year. Not too hot, not too cold, right in the middle, just heavy enough, so comfortable. They also have organic cotton sheets and pillows. All of this stuff is designed to work together. It's soft, it's breathable, it's temperature regulating. So upgrade your sleep with Boll and Branch. Get 15% off your first order plus free shipping at bollandbranch.com/who with the code WHO. That's Boll and Branch, BOLLAND branch.com/who. Code WHO to unlock 15% off. Exclusions apply.
Hi, my name is Lloyd Lockridge, and I'm the host of a new podcast from Odyssey called Family Lore. In this podcast, I'm going to have people on to tell unusual and sometimes far-fetched stories about their families.
I've heard my whole life that she invented the margarita.
And then we're going to investigate those stories and find out how much of it is true.
He gets a patent 1 month before the Wright brothers. Oh my God.
Please follow and listen to Family Lore, an Odyssey podcast, available now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your shows.
Summer's about to hit us hard, so it's time to switch over your wardrobe, which means putting your winter items away and then buying new summer items, at least for me, because then I realized, like, oh, I forgot all about these clothes. I think I'm going to need more clothes. I think I'm going to need more items.
I already switched over to my Quince shorts. I was wearing them, and in my building, my neighbor saw me in my shorts and my jacket, and she was like, someone's ready for summer. And I was like, hell yeah, I am.
I realized this year that I didn't have as many belts as I needed for the amount of pants that I had acquired, and I got myself the Allegra European leather belt in 2 colors, and I gotta say, love it. Love it.
I love my Quince shorts and my Quince t-shirts. Putting my Quince hoodie away for the season, putting my Quince sweaters away for the season. I'm all about shorts this summer.
Refresh your everyday wardrobe with luxury you'll actually use. Head to quince.com/who for free shipping on your order and a 365-day return. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/who for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/who.
I want to be famous.
Hey, Bobby Lindsay to me. I know you guys talked about the Met Gala on the Tuesday show, but I was just wondering if you could share like your favorite gags, because there were like a few kind of gaggy outfits. I'm thinking Heidi Klum as a walking statue. I'm thinking Bad Bunny as an homage to the aging body. I'm thinking Jordan Roth, don't know her, with like a full human body double on her shoulder. Okay, thanks. Crunch, crunch.
I mean, this is so funny to me. This is the child of the Roths, the like theater Roths.
I knew you would know. I didn't know who they were, but I knew you would.
The Roth theaters. I mean, that's just so funny. Of course. I'm just like, of course, sure. I mean, he's been a lot of stuff too. Like, he's also talented, but I'm just saying it's like funny to be like, Jordan Roth. Is that who I think it is? Yes.
Yes. Jordan Roth's father, Stephen Roth, and his mother is famous too. She's produced like a lot of plays that have won Tonys and Pulitzers. Just like a wealthy, influential philanthropist family, very embedded in like New York theater. But they own one of the 3 companies that owns most of the Broadway theaters. And I was like, how do you say this name? I've never seen this name before. It's JUJAMCYN Theaters. And I found a TikTok where some guy is explaining how it's pronounced, and it really made me laugh. Here it is.
So there are the Schubert houses, there are the Niederlander houses, and then there's Jujamcyn. And do you know where the word Jujamcyn comes from? It's actually a combination of 3 names: Judith, James, and Cynthia, who are the children/grandchildren of the original owners.
Jordan Roth owns these theaters, and the reason they're called Jujamcyn is because the original chairman of the theaters named it after his grandchildren, Judith, James, and Cynthia. And Jordan owns these theaters now. That's all.
And he is a Broadway producer, much like his parents who owned theaters as well. Mm-hmm. And you know what? This is exactly the kind of person who would make a custom, very like chic, very avant-garde Met look and then walk the carpet, because I bet he gave money to the Costume Institute by buying a table. That's what makes sense. Like, this makes sense to me that this is someone who would be here. I feel like we forget that it's a fundraiser, and every year we're like, yeah, it's full of rich people because it's a fundraiser. You know what I mean? Like the Walmart the Walmart guy walked the red carpet because they're giving like money to the museum. And until it's not that, it's always going to have people who are wealthy. Now, I'm not excusing Amazon bullshit, but I'm just saying it. Unfortunately, the main goal of this is to raise money for the Costume Institute. So they're having they're going to be having a hard time saying no to rich people is my point, I guess.
Yeah. Again, if Beyonce hadn't gone, if Nicole Kidman hadn't gone, if these A-listers hadn't gone, there would have been plenty of random rich people who would have kept this event alive, you know?
Who might even be worse than the Amazons. Actually, I don't know if that's possible, but
unscrupulous rich people who were like, I just want attention right now.
Yes.
For donating $100,000 to this thing.
Yes. Fun fact about Jordan Roth, the guy he's married to, this guy Richie Jackson, used to be married to B.D. Wong, and they co-parent. So Jordan Roth co-parents B.D. Wong's kid.
That is crazy. That's actually crazy.
It's a small world of theater people doing theater stuff.
B.D. Wong, one of the most undersung like gay icons of my youth. Because he's like iconic in Jurassic Park, and you're sort of like, what is it about this like cunty scientist in Jurassic Park? And it's like, oh, he's part of the community. That's why I was endeared to B.D. Wong when I was watching Jurassic Park in 1993.
You got a vibe when you were younger, and you never knew what that was. And then as you're older, you're like, well, it's a gay guy.
Yeah,
that's why.
It's a gay guy who's working for a terrible company, InGen, and he's making Raptors real.
Apparently, Jordan Roth is going to start acting, shocking, and will be in a Ryan Murphy show, shocking. So eyes on the prize. Let's see what happens there.
Surprised it took him this long. He was wearing a designer, Robert Woon, who is responsible for a couple of looks on the red carpet that had like hands and arms.
I don't like it.
It really freaks me out.
Not for me.
It really freaks me out.
Not for me, but yeah.
Lisa wore a Robert Woon as well, which had like extra hands holding up a veil.
That's it. Rita Ora would have shown up with 1,000,000 arms if she had been there. She would have outarmed them all.
Okay, let's stop talking about the Met Gala. More crucially,
Hayden Panettiere, jorts are out of the drawer. Crunch, crunch.
Bisexual alert.
The jorts are out of the drawer. Hayden Panettiere comes out as bisexual, opens up about dating women in the past, quote, I said it. Exclusive. That's Us Weekly.
I said it. The way that I opened Instagram, like on the train somewhere yesterday, our Instagram, and every single post for about 12 posts was a different news outlet with a quote from Hayden Panettiere about being bisexual. I wonder if it's still in my phone. Just go to the Who Weekly Instagram stories, and I bet it's probably still active.
It's up.
If you click.
Hayden Panettiere, yep, I'm bisexual, E.T. Hayden Panettiere comes out as bisexual, reveals more about her dating history, just Jared. From Us, now that I've chosen to share it with the world, I'm comfortable saying I'm bisexual. I'm comfortable confidently saying that, yes, I'm bisexual. I said it. E-News, I'm comfortable to confidently say that, yes, I am bisexual. Hayden Panettiere. Next, Them, Hayden Panettiere comes out as bisexual. And finally, Gay Times, better late than never, Hayden Panettiere comes out as bisexual. In case you didn't know, Hayden Panettiere came out as bisexual. Her jorts are out of the drawer.
I can't explain to you how these were all in a row. This like pull quote thing that people do on Instagram now is every single outlet does it now. And it was just Hayden P one after the other. She's promoting a memoir, right? That's like what this is.
The moment someone comes out as bisexual, you're like, okay, what's coming down the pipeline? What are you actually telling us? I know that it's cool that you're coming up, but like you're coming out for a reason right now.
Actually telling us.
What is it exactly that we're looking at here?
Well, it's more that where is this revelation coming from? And
yes.
I think the most authentic place for it to come, which I'm fine with, is that you wrote a book, is that you wrote a memoir. And like, there are things in this book that are revelations to maybe, or new information to your public. So it's like, okay, this maybe makes sense to me that this would be the news from that or something.
Yes, totally. And the memoir is This Is Me, A Reckoning. It comes out in less than 2 weeks. And she told Us Weekly in an exclusive interview where she dropped this news to sell the memoir, quote, the first time it even crossed my mind to touch on this subject was while I was in the process of writing this book.
Totally.
It took 2 years to write this book, and I did not know what I was going to feel comfortable touching on and what stories were naturally going to come up. And the fact that did come up, I was like, why not? I've chosen to be completely brutally honest about this, and that's something about me I was never able to share with the world because it was never the right time.
We really need her to date women, though. Like, she has dated some of the worst guys, so
Apparently, she's dated, like, bad, abusive guys, and that's what part of the memoir is about. Like, these awful guys that she's dated. And,
we know.
And then she kind of teases it because there's no... I thought it was going to be an excerpt, but it's just an interview to promote the book. So, like, these aren't actually, like, paragraphs from the novel. It's what she told Us Weekly. But she said, it was always scary because my life, I mean, there were paparazzi always outside, waiting for me outside, following me everywhere. I had very little privacy. And I mean, I've dated women. It started at a very, very young age. So she's like, I had to hide it because there were always photographers trying to catch me with people.
The pub date for her memoir is May 19th. God, I requested it on Met Gala. They did not give me the galley to read, but...
Did you get rejected, or is it just like in limbo?
I will be maybe reading it when it comes out. I don't know. Do I need to read this? Do I care about this?
I don't know that I need to read This Is Me, A Reckoning.
Okay.
I'm thinking, do I need to read This Is Me, A Reckoning?
Do you need to read 10 Things You Gotta Know from Hayden Panettiere's memoir, This Is Me, A Reckoning? Are you going to read that?
I hate that sort of like...
But you're going to read that.
I hate that economy.
But you're going to read that.
I'll probably read it. But then I always feel guilty when I read Things You Gotta Know from XYZ book.
I know.
I feel bad giving into that part of the ecosystem. But like,
sorry, but sometimes you got
I don't know that I have the time to read This Is Me, A Reckoning by Hayden Panettiere out May 19th. Maybe I'll buy it on Who Weekly's business account, and then I'll read the Vulture story.
And why am I involved?
Now, why am I in it?
Why am I in it? I'm kidding. You can do whatever you want.
Is Hayden Panettiere still best known for Nashville? Or is it like Heroes?
It's like Heroes and Stick It or whatever. Bring It On, All or Nothing, Screams, Heroes.
Her renaissance, we got like the Hayden Panettiere's back narrative when she was in Scream again. When she like came back to life and showed up in not the most recent Scream, but the one before it. And it was like, she survived.
I think her Heroes era was the most kind of like what she's known for.
That's
and then Nashville
as
the follow-up more so. And then you're right, Scream was like the quote unquote comeback.
Which makes sense for the timing of this book. So like she said she's been writing it for 2 years. So maybe she started writing it when she sort of quote came back during Scream, whatever it was, Scream 6.
But also she had a very extensive child like run in movies and stuff too. That was probably pretty important to recall.
Yeah, kid stuff.
You know?
Ice Princess. She was a kid in Raising Helen. Were you a Heroes viewer? I wasn't.
I watched it for sure.
It was like the moment for a bit.
For sure. It was hot. It was very Lostian. It was Lostian, you know? But also her kind of very public drama in the world of gossip, tabloid, whatever, blah, 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 is also, I think, part of why she's so compelling. Because she is like a little bit of a Lindsay Lohan-y type person.
Yeah.
In that
and
way.
the guy that we were referencing who is like the bad guy that she dated was Brian Hickerson. And now she gets to date women. Thank God.
Yeah. Exciting.
Thank
Great.
God. Next call.
Hi, Lindsay Bobby. I just needed y'all to know that Diane Warren wrote her own crossword puzzle this week. It was the MIDI, so like 7 clues. Clue 5 across. Again, written by Diane Warren. Clue 5A across is songwriter Warren with 17 Oscar nominations for Best Original Song. It is truly iconic for your own name to be a clue in the crossword you wrote. Rita Ora could never. Or maybe not yet. Crunch, crunch.
Well, Rita Ora doesn't have to because she's already in. She doesn't have to write herself into the crossword. She's already in the crossword.
She's in every other crossword.
Yeah, she doesn't need to put it there. It's there, you know?
Mm-hmm. Of the bonus minis on the New York Times, the like mid-sized crosswords, of the ones that have been published this week, they're doing a songwriter from their like best songwriters of Best American Songwriters Alive package that they're sort of extending. There's a new songwriter every day that's releasing their own mini that they wrote. Diane is not the only one who put something very personal in there. Carole King did it too. And if Carole King can do it, so can Diane. Carole didn't put her name in it, but one of Carole's clues was the animal on the cover of Tapestry, her most famous album. It's, of course, a cat.
Also a classic crossword animal.
Mm-hmm. Diane's was a little funnier, though. 5 across. Songwriter Warren with 17 Oscar nominations for Best Original Song.
She
couldn't help herself.
She could not help. She's so funny.
My favorite thing about her crossword is that a lot of them are very like Diane coded, right?
Yeah.
You might tie up loose ones. Celine Dion is one of the best to ever do it. But then there's 2 that are just so crossword, which are peg used while playing golf, T, and charged particles, ions. Charged particles is always in there.
And so is T. And so is T. Or par is often there if you want to golf terms that are often in the crossword. I mean, I guess it's tough because it's a really small crossword. So it's not like she's not making like the, Will Shortz vibe. It's just like it's a tiny one. What's DEA? Oh, government agency. They love to do that. Or NRA, CIA.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a number, age. That's a very Diane sentiment, I think. Something to throw at a rival. It's like shoot with gun. Diane. Okay, fun. So Diane wrote a crossword. She wrote herself into it. What else do you expect? She also was named one of the 30 greatest living American songwriters by the New York Times People. And she said, thank you.
And she said, thank you.
She said, I'm not usually into this, but thank you.
I think you are usually into it because I've seen your documentary and you have one of your lists like framed in your office.
Literally,
so I think
she's
you love
never
lists.
been not into being on lists. And if she wasn't on this list, she would throw a fucking fit, and you know it.
Top comment is Rita Wilson. Amazing, Diane. So happy for you. You know who's pissed she's not on the New York Times' 30 Greatest Living Songwriters? Rita Wilson.
No, she's not. She doesn't think that.
She's telling Tom,
there.
She's like, I opened it. I'm not there.
I saw Tom yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Tell everyone that you saw Tom yesterday.
I saw Tom yesterday. I was just seeing a matinee with all the old people in Midtown of a play, and I saw a guy walk in with a mask and a hat out, and I said, well, that's Tom Hanks. It's like I literally know him so well that I recognized him without his full face covered.
He was Rita-less, right?
Rita-less by himself, sat on the aisle, was just cracking up the entire time. But how I knew it was him, obviously, is that he was wearing a mask, but he walked up to the box office window and had to say Tom Hanks to get his ticket. So I was like, oh. And then he kind of like walked next to me to like get into the thing. And I was like,
you
wow.
heard him say Tom Hanks?
Yeah. That's the craziest thing. I heard him say Tom Hanks. Like being Tom Hanks and going up to the box office and saying Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. Was the play good?
It was cute. Yeah. It was called The Ballusters. I realized the girl that had starred in his play, then he wrote a play. He's not a great playwright.
Yeah.
Was in it. So I think he was like supporting her.
That's nice.
So nice to see Tom Hanks out and about in beautiful New York City.
A Tom Hanks spotting is great. God, I hope he doesn't get hantavirus. That's the last thing we need.
Stop, but why would he get hantavirus?
Because he was the celebrity that got COVID early on that made everyone go, boy.
Okay, so he already did that, so it's fine.
Okay,
it's not going to happen to him again, you know what I mean? That already happened to him.
It's really cool and appropriate that in the past 6 months, you've seen Tom Hanks and I've seen Rita Wilson.
Huge.
Now we just need Timmy to see Chet.
But only one of us had the gall to go up and say something. So props to you.
Well, I mean, Rita's an easier get than Tom. Tom's a little scarier.
I didn't want to blow his cover. That's how I felt. I felt even if I kind of had an opportunity to like say something kind of like an aside, but I really don't like the idea that he really had it handled. All these old people would have lost their shit. You know, he wasn't going to be attacked by old people that day.
Yeah. I mean, I did see Rita in like an empty room, so there was no one to be embarrassed around.
So she wasn't wearing a mask. She was like, she's out in the open. She's being like, I'm Rita Wilson. She might as well have worn a sign or a tattoo across her forehead that said, I'm Rita Wilson, you know?
She loved it. She loved it.
Yeah, she loved it. She loved it.
Next call. This is so sad. I'm so sorry.
Hey, montage me about all those artists canceling their concerts within the past week or two. Popular Mechanics Robinson.
Pussycat Dolls cancel reunion tour in North America after, quote, taking an honest look at weak ticket sales. Oh, not shocking. Add me to the montage. Crunch, crunch.
Put me in the montage. R.I.P. to the Pussycat Dolls North American tour. Would have bet money on this. Me and Greece not at the Pussycat Dolls North American tour because it's canceled. Crunch, crunch.
Hey, BLT, please add me to the montage. In memoriam, R.I.P. Gone But Not Forgotten, Pussycat Dolls, tour canceled. Better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all.
Uh-oh. The 3 remaining Pussycat Dolls have canceled all of their North American tour dates except for one, which is a Pride event. Gay rights, I guess. Anyway, sucks to be a Pussycat Doll fan, I guess. Robin Anton is laughing. Okay, crunch, crunch. Popular Mechanics Robinson. Shape of a woman.
Really? What a great call.
So the way that when you call and you don't care about the item and you can tell.
Uh-oh.
It's just like a gay guy like laughing maniacally.
Uh-oh.
Robin Anton is so happy.
Flops are here. Robin Anton's laughing. Here's my hot take about this is that this is not on the Pussycat Dolls. This is happening to everyone.
It's happening to everyone.
And the idea that it's the idea that it's just the Pussycat Dolls is misleading.
Mm-hmm.
That you know what I mean? Like that
you
the
can't
narrative
use it
being
to just
like,
be rude to them because they're part of a larger problem and
it's
issue.
An industry issue. It's that all these artists are playing bigger venues for more money than they can actually sell. And it's this thing where they're being upsold to book those venues and put those ticket prices because of the specific size of the venues. It's like, this is an industry issue.
Because for the first couple of years post-vaccination, when everyone was like, I gotta get out of my house, they were willing to pay whatever it cost to see whoever they could. And now they don't want to do it anymore. Everything's getting more expensive. And it's like people are making tougher decisions. And it's like, I'm sorry, I don't have it in my budget this month to see the Pussycat Dolls at Madison Square Garden.
Well, here's the thing. I was talking about this with our friend Lou, DJ Louie, who's like, we are the kind of people that would go buy a ticket to see the Pussycat Dolls reunion tour, right? But here's the thing. My threshold of that type of joke, even though I would have an amazing time, don't get me wrong, it's not a joke. I'm going. I'm having fun, whatever. My threshold for that type of investment on like a fun night out that is also kind of funny and an artist where I'm not like obsessed or whatever, it's just for fun, is like at this point $80 to $100. Like I'm going, it's got to be below that or else we're not there's no super fan out here. There's not enough super fans out here to be like, I'm paying $300 to see the Pussycat Dolls, you know?
And we can say from experience, we're not the Pussycat Dolls. We're not selling shows in big stadiums, but like,
well, neither are they, babe.
But it's like, even when we, at our last tour, were booking venues, it's hard to keep prices down because the venues kind of don't let you because things are getting more expensive. The security,
venue gets
the blah,
bigger,
blah, blah. So it's like,
it gets more
even when
expensive,
we're saying like, oh, we'd love for tickets not to be above $40. They're like, well, that's impossible because we have to do all these things. You can't get. So it's like, I can only imagine what it's like for actual huge artists, you know?
Right. And it's not about, it's obviously prices are one issue and size of the venue and seats are another, but they are really tied in together because I think there's a price range that works for this type of thing and they were above it. And they thought, and they didn't read the room in terms of that. Right. But I will say I'm impressed by this messaging from the dolls where they don't make an excuse. Like all these other people are making excuses, like Megan Trainor.
It's sick. I gotta be with my family.
Megan Trainor, Zayn, Post Malone, Demi Lovato. Oh, we're canceling these. Oh, we're moving this. Oh, da da da. And maybe some of these have to do with health or wellness or whatever. But it's almost it's too likely that it has to do with this industry trend where it's like underbooking these too big venues and too many of them, and the prices are too high, right? Because it tracks for the dolls, but I think these other artists are kind of trying to hide that that's what's happening.
Yeah, most artists who have canceled their stadium tours or arena tours in the past month or two have released really like long and, you know, I'm empathetic to them, like sad, like I'm overextended. This isn't good for my health, physical or mental. The Pussycat Dolls were like, sorry, can't do it. See you at Pride.
They were like, we could not sell the dates. What does it say? After taking an honest look at the North American run, we've made the difficult and heartbreaking decision to cancel all but one of the North American dates. The craziest thing is the date that they're keeping is a gay pride festival.
in West Hollywood.
They really did cancel like all of them. I would love to see a Zayn song or a Meghan Trainor song as good as Club Song. That's one of the best songs I've ever heard in my life at this point.
The thing is, like, you're kind of not kidding.
I think Club Song by Pussycat Dolls is like an astounding achievement.
What she want? Give the girl her girls, give the girl the floor, give the girl a club song, what she's dying for.
And to be clear, this is a North America issue. So they are still touring, and
they're selling so well in Europe.
If you are in Poland, if you are a Warsaw resident, good luck getting a ticket to the Pussycat Dolls because it's fucking sold out.
Okay,
all over Europe.
Good luck.
All over Europe, they are selling out like gangbusters. In North America, they are not.
Okay, well, can I add another element to that? In Europe, they have stricter ticket sales laws. In Europe, they don't. The tickets are less. Concert tickets are less in Europe because of very specific regulations that they have that we don't.
They have like more anti-predatory rules and stuff. Yeah.
Yes. Like, I bet if you looked at like the prices at like the arena in France, it would be like a lot less than what we were seeing for, let's say, fucking Mohegan Sun, Connecticut. Yeah. You know? I would love to see, but see, now I can't travel to go see Pussycat Dolls somewhere, but it's like, kind of like, would it be fun?
Mohegan Sun, though, that's perfect for the Pussycat Dolls.
Yeah, and yet it was $400. So when I saw that, I said, well, I can't even pitch this to my friends. It's ridiculous.
This is ridiculous.
Nobody's going to want to.
We'd laugh you out of the chat.
Yeah, and I would say I don't blame you because I wouldn't agree to it either. But why are the Pussycat Dolls booked to play MSG? You know, well, now they're not, but it's like, why were they?
I mean,
why?
And it's not. There's still a certain tier of artists that is doing this fine, and you don't have to worry about them. Like, case in point, Casey Musgraves just announced her Madison Square Garden shows. They're selling out. She added a third show at Barclays, right? Like, she's going to be fine. But there's like a mid-level, and I think a lot of them, like Pussycat Dolls specifically, nostalgia act that is having a harder time doing this. Every industry trade is writing about like this specific issue for this specific category of celebrity, meaning your Meghan Trainors, your Demi Lovatos, your Pussycat Dolls, your Post Malones.
These are big stars. I think that it's not even about the ability to sell tickets. I think it's like the pricing or something. There's something that's like off that's not working for like selling stuff like this. Zayn is in the category, I think, but I think Post Malone and Meghan Trainor are not in this category. So I do wonder like what was going on with their tours.
So good luck if you're in Europe. European hooligans, have a blast.
I want to be famous.
Mother's Day is coming up. It's a day to celebrate mothers who raised you, mothers who gave birth to you, mothers who are starring in David Lowery movies with Anne Hathaway and Michaela Cole. It's a time for all mothers. So celebrate the mother in your life by getting them an Aura frame. I got one for my mother for Mother's Day some years ago, and she's obsessed with it. She gave me access so I can add photos from way over in New York to her Texas Aura frame, and I can see the ones that are on her frame from my phone. It's very easy to use for all the mothers in your life, very intuitive, and it makes them happy. My mom could watch the Aura frame all day, and sometimes does. Who needs television when there's an Aura frame with photos of your entire family and your grandkids and vacations that you took and memories that you have? And the great thing about giving Aura as a gift is that you can personalize it by adding photos and even a message before it arrives. It's a simple way to keep meaningful, real-life moments front and center. So make Mother's Day special with Aura frames. Named #1 by Wirecutter, you can save on the gifts moms love by visiting auraframes.com. For a limited time, listeners can get $25 off their best-selling Carver matte frame with code WHO. That's AURA frames.com, promo code WHO. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. What did you get from Wayfair recently? I'm asking as though I don't know.
Well, everybody was talking about it when I premiered it at my birthday party, which was the new beach cart that I got from Wayfair.com, the capacity hand truck dolly. I said, does anyone check out my new beach cart with its air-filled balloon wheels? And everyone was kind of like, actually, yeah, you're joking, but we did all notice that your cart is so nice and much better than your last one, which was bad.
Your old cart sucked. This new Wayfair cart rules. It's so fresh.
So
it's
much
so clean.
better. I know, it's so much better. It's so much easier to carry across the sand.
Thanks to those inflatable wheels, which I'd never even seen before. It was awesome.
And you know what's funny? When I knew I needed one, I said Wayfair will have what I need. I'm not even going to bother looking anywhere. Wayfair has the thing I need. I just need to find it.
They make it so easy to shop smart. Between filters, reviews, and their Wayfair verified picks, you can feel confident knowing you're getting quality without overspending. And delivery was smooth, which made your whole process even better. Get prepped for patio season or beach season for way less. Head to wayfair.com right now to shop all things home. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair. Every style, every home.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Dangerous territory here. This is an ad for The Real Real, a place that I spend so much time on. I actually don't even necessarily want to be admitting that, but the ad says I need to share that I spend a lot of time. And I'm going to share with you some of my saved searches because I'm doing like niche stuff. I'm doing cool stuff, right? I've got Studio Nicholson. I've got Tabby's. I've got Eckhouse Lotta. I've got Kalmeyer. I've got Baba sweaters. That's just the tip of the iceberg. These are just things I'm always looking. I'm always looking on The Real Real for what I can get.
Because you're getting a big discount when you buy stuff on The Real Real, I assume.
No one does resale like The Real Real.
It's the easiest way to upgrade your style or find something totally unique like Lindsay. And if you're selling stuff, could not be simpler. They handle everything, photos, pricing, shipping, so you can just sit back and get paid. The Real Real is the most trusted name in authenticated luxury resale with over 10,000 new arrivals daily. No one does resale like The Real Real. And now, get $25 off your first purchase when you go to therealreal.com/who. That's therealreal.com/who to get $25 off. Start shopping now at therealreal.com/who.
I want to be famous.
Hi, Who Weekly, long time. I am calling because I cannot stop watching the music video that everyone cannot stop watching of a bunch of British schoolboys dancing in unison to a Young Lean song. I think it's called Storm 2. Anyway, who is Young Lean? He literally looks like Fez from Euphoria, and the music video reminds me of Skins, but like if Skins had a baby with So You Think You Can Dance and maybe like Ramalama Ding Dong, if people remember. I think it's called Ramalama Ding Dong. But Ramalama Bang Bang. It's Ramalama Bang Bang. Anyway, who is Young Lean? Can we talk about the music video? Can we talk about the choreographer? Can we talk about how this is capturing the hearts and minds of everyone on the internet? And also, the song sounds like it's AI slop from the year 2010. It reminds me of like all the indie sleaze era, like Matt and Kim, MGMT. I feel like I'm back in the Karen Park and it's 2010. Anyway, that's all. Crunch, crunch. Young Lean does belong in a balloon.
What are your thoughts on Young Lean?
Have you seen this? Did you watch the video?
Yeah, the video is amazing. I hadn't seen it until
It's
the
really
caller
cool.
called, but I was familiar with him, but I hadn't seen the video. It's so cool.
Young Lean is it's funny because I guess it's like in his bio, he's a Swedish rapper, but he's done all sorts of genre of music at this point as like the Young Lean character, right? That's not his real name. He's Swedish.
His name is like Jonathan or something.
And he works in the realm of like, cause like Robin's, he's been on Robin features. He's been on Charlie features. Like he's been around for a long time as like a cool thing. Like he went viral at 12 years old on YouTube. Like that was his first kind of breakout thing.
Get my balls licked by a Chanel, looking like a cocaine addict. Razor blade to your head, conflict. I'm a contradicted shit. Peeing on old people's houses is an inflict. 2003 shit, this ain't no splitting bill shit. I'm a peel banana skits while listening to R. Kelly's greatest hits.
And now he's like in his 20s.
He's almost 30. I think he's 29. Because he just did an interview with the New York Times aligned with this new song and video, which is cool, which is why the caller is calling, where he's talking about like this era of his life and how he's almost 30 and how it's like making him think about,
Funny.
blah, blah, blah.
So like, it's funny because I'd heard about him from a friend of ours because I knew he was working. He's acting now and he's in a movie that is I think premiered at TIFF, and it's directed by kind of iconic director Romain Gavray, that sexy director who dated Rita Ora, Dua Lipa, and is now dating M. Radikowski.
M. Rada.
Not to be like he's more famous for dating, but he's had an amazing run of people that we care about, okay? So he directed a movie written by a playwright who I really like named Will Arbery, who wrote for Succession, but wrote like a bunch of plays that were great. And they did this movie, Young Lean's in it as an actor. And this video, I think, must have come out of like that collaboration.
Because Romaine directed the video.
Because Romaine directed the video. And the reason why the video is like so good is because it's directed by like a really good director, is what I'm saying. It makes sense to me when I saw like, oh, why is this video going viral? Why is it so cool? It's obviously the choreography is really cool. Everything about it is really cool. But I was like, oh, because it's like a real director, like with a real vision.
We stand united through the storm. Lay all your love right on my door. I'll never fall, I'm standing tall. Go take the darkness out my heart.
And do you know what probably his two most famous videos are, Romaine? Because he's a film director too, but like, you know, like
MIA, Bad Girls.
MIA, Bad Girls.
Yes.
And the Jay-Z Kanye song, No Church in the Wild.
Now he's doing film. He's doing film now.
Yes.
A lot of film stuff. Okay, so the film is called Sacrifice. I don't know if it was bought or whatever.
It's like Salma Hayek, right? It's like Salma Hayek and some other, one of those guys.
I have to say, Young
Chris
Lee
Evans.
is hot. He's really hot to me.
He's
really
very
sexy.
Hot. He's very
But he
hot.
gives, in the video, it's a very like bruv thing where it's like soccer hooligans, which I, you know, obviously I love that aesthetic. That's fun to watch. And then the choreography is done by this incredible guy, this guy named Damien Jallet, who you kind of have to see it, right? It's like this incredible, it's almost a wave of boys doing this
it's like,
kind of like
it's a lot
cool-
of, it's a lot of wiggling, you know?
Yeah, and Young Lean is kind of in the middle as the focus, but it almost looks like a sea of bros around him, like gyrating. It's great. He did the choreography for Suspiria, the Dakota Johnson
Luca
remake.
one, yeah,
the Luca one, yeah. It's crazy we don't have good music videos anymore, so that when a good music video comes around, we're like, whoa. And I don't think people even really care about the song that much, which is amazing. It's just the video that is elevating everything else involved. And Young Lean, who I think is maybe at his sexiest, is like getting the attention, even though he's been written about a gajillion times at this point.
There is nothing that like men's media and music writers love more than a white European rapper. They're obsessed with white European rappers. They're like, what are you doing in this genre? We can't deal with it. It's kind of embarrassing, but it's also quite expected.
It's so, yeah. And I think because he was heavily schlepped around by Charlie a little bit during her big run in the press, like he got a lot of that cast off. But damn, he's been, for somebody who a lot of people don't know about, he's been written about so much.
He's just like the exact type of guy for a certain type of guy who writes about these types of guys.
I think it's more just like he's the right type of artist that a writer who cares about being first to things would know about and want to feature or something. There's like there's interest there. He's also sober. He has a very like interesting story, right? Like there's also a lot there in terms of that, right? His name is Young Lean, you know?
Yeah. Like a direct reference to like American hip hop from like 15 years ago.
Right. And it's like in the Jack Harlow of it all and the white rapper of it all, he's a little bit more interesting than I think all of that too. And has had already a pretty long career considering he was like discovered at 12, you know?
Yeah, on YouTube. Like basically every
went to rehab,
musician these days.
Got sober, right.
I know it's because he's Swedish, so it's like there is a look, but he reminds me of like a more like a bigger Bill Skarsgård. There's something very Skarsgårdian about his face.
Totally. Yeah.
Can you see that?
I agree. Yeah. Deep set eyes, kind of.
Yeah, kind of scary.
So the profile written about him by the Times 2025, December 2025. He did a podcast interview.
He did podcast. That's what I'm talking about.
But he's done, I'm just saying he's done so much press. I guess mainly a lot because of this movie that's coming up.
Yeah. And again, that's very much a Charlie influence. Someone who has spent many, many years being like the cool, if you know artist in music who wants to be even more famous in other art forms. You know, like Charlie's an actor now. Charlie's in 70 movies that are coming out this year.
I know. She really is.
And guess what? They've worked together.
And she's right. And she's pushing cool people that she's worked with, like, to explore that as well. You can kind of see, right? Young Lean and her are like pretty tight.
Maybe this is a stupid conversation, but we're seeing so many musical artists who are cool, branch out into acting. And I wonder how much of that is a product of just like the desire to expand one's artistic endeavors versus a realization that you can't just subsist on music only these days.
I think it's more just the creative mind of wanting to like expand and try something new or different, or meeting somebody who's like, you should try this. Like, I think you'd be great. You have the right look or whatever.
I guess I'm just thinking about like our teenage years and our adolescence when artists we liked as musicians branched out into acting. It was always sort of seen as a little bit embarrassing.
Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake, Beyonce, Jessica Simpson. Like I'm thinking Britney Spears. It's not that embarrassing anymore. It's sort of expected because I guess celebrities are always expected to do in this day and age as much as fucking possible.
Well, also it's like reality stars that start music careers like Cardi B were at first we grown, but then we're like, well, look at Cardi B. Like she fucking did it, right?
How else are we going to
it's
find
incredible.
these people, you know?
No, exactly, because they're going to start on the internet in some way or another. And he just happened to start on the internet doing music, right? So it's like maybe Young Lean is one of the best actors of his generation. We just don't know yet.
We don't know. We don't know. We don't know.
Cool.
Hi, Lindsay, Bobby, Timmy. I'm listening to the Tuesday episode, and I just got to the part where you're talking about Shannon Elizabeth. And I was wondering if you could rank who to them famous actresses named Shannon. So you've got Molly Shannon, Shannon Elizabeth, Shannon Doherty, and Shannon Sosaman. Thank you so much. Love you all. Women do belong in balloons. Crunch, crunch.
My eyes sort of just went like, boo, at Shannon Sosaman.
Shannon Sosaman is so funny.
Lindsay, are you using a voice changer?
Shannon Sosaman is so funny. Banana Fana Fofanan.
Is that some...
Shannon Sosaman. I love Shannon Sosaman.
Shannon Sosaman.
It's Sosam.
Shannon
Sosaman. Yeah. Shannon Sosaman.
And Shannon Sosaman.
I mean, I know no one's ever been less relevant than Shannon Sosaman, but like, that's a Sosaman, that's not a Sosaman.
Molly Shannon, Shannon Elizabeth, Shannon Doherty, Shannon Sosaman.
Molly Shannon, Shannon Elizabeth, Shannon Doherty, Shannon Sosaman. A lot of these Shannons are spelled differently, but it's fine. I think way at the bottom of the list, like bottom, and then a lot of filler before the next person, Shannon Sosaman.
Shannon Sosaman was... You know, she was an important figure for a millennial-minded person, but she fell off quite quick.
She fell off quite hard. She was like the cool girl for like 6 months.
She was really cool.
She was the coolest girl possible.
For 2 movies. For 40 Days and 40 Nights and A Knight's Tale, she was the coolest girl alive.
She was, and one had ever been cooler. A little bit.
I would argue
a little bit Rules of
continued
Attraction. A little bit Rules of Attraction.
I loved her in Wrist Cutters. I mean, I'm like the only one who loved Wrist Cutters, but like whatever.
I do know that about you. That's interesting.
Seems like it's not that interesting. Where'd she go?
She's still acting, but not much.
She did give birth to a child named like Rocket Power or something. Do you know that she added the Y? Her name was spelled Shannon normally, and then she replaced the O with the Y. God. Try to fool me into thinking you're cool.
Who did we find out? Oh, no, the kid's name is Audio.
Thank you. Audio visual.
Audio Science.
Audio Science.
I think we've talked about this. Who did we talk about who changed their name to something randomly to make it cooler? Oh!
I mean, that's like everyone.
Darcy Carden.
Should have been me. Oh, yeah, Darcy Carden. Darcy Carden was just Darcy.
Listeners, did y'all know that Darcy Carden's given name was just Darcy without an apostrophe? And then at some point she was like, let's make this interesting. And she added an apostrophe, and then it's Darcy.
In 4th grade, I wanted to spell my name Linzy, and I tried to do it, and then I was stopped. The man stopped me. They said, you can't change the spelling of your name. I said, why not? They said, you can't. And I should have kept it because
Who's the man, like teachers?
Yeah, a teacher said, oh, you can't just change the spelling of your name. I
Fuck
said,
you.
What? No, well, I said, okay.
You.
Because I was a suck up. I said, okay. But it would have been amazing if I just decided to change the spelling of my name.
That's awesome.
Lindsay Weber with a Z, Lindsay. God, that would have been so cool.
Our names are one of the things we have the most power over. Like, names are powerful.
You're Bob again.
I'm Bob again. God, I love it. I was getting dinner with a friend a couple nights ago, and he was telling a story in which, like, you know, like I'm talking to you, and I said, like, hey, Bob, like, whatever. And I was like, oh, I love that my friends are just calling me Bob again. I miss it.
That's beautiful.
I love Bob.
I mean, you did it. You brought it back. You did that.
I know. I love it. I love it. I love it.
It's also crazy that your professional name is Bobby, because normally that would not be somebody's.
That's true.
Usually that's the nickname. It's like
it's true.
You are doing the opposite, where like the professional name is your nickname.
Government name, Robert. Professional name, Bobby.
Bobby.
Familiar name, Bob.
Bob. Crazy. No one's ever done that like you. No one's ever done it like you before. Okay, Shossaman's at the bottom.
Shossaman at the bottom. Who's at the top? Molly? Doherty, the late Doherty?
Maybe Doherty. This is really hard. Maybe Doherty.
Yeah.
So Doherty, Molly, Shannon Elizabeth, Shossaman.
Yeah, that's actually fine. That's
saw
easy.
salmon. Shannon saw salmon.
Shannon says salmon.
But I like knowing that the Shannon that has the Y in it that's spelt funky, it's not real. Like it's spelt like the normal Shannon. The only Shannon who authentically is spelt odd is Shannon Doherty, whose name is spelt with an E. And I wonder if she changed it. Let's see. Nope, she was born Shannon with the E. Shannon. That's very Tennessee. It's like, we're not going to do the O. We're going to do the E.
Exactly.
R.I.P.
Another call. May she rest. I like this call as well.
Love that bitch, Shannon Doherty.
Hey, BLT. So I've been thinking about this. And I know that leve, which is spelled kind of like lousy, sorry. It always reminds me of lo-fi, like the lo-fi beats girl. And also lueve, which is spelled low, like that high-end luxury goods brand. So I was wondering if you can rank from who to them. The lo-fi beats girl, leve, which is spelled loufy, and lueve, which is spelled low. Okay. Whatever. Good form, Bella Thorne, I guess. Bye.
I think it goes Lo-Fi Beats Girl, Leve, and Loewe.
I think Loewe is like more famous than Leve.
That's what I said.
No. You're saying Loewe is the demiest.
Yeah, the brand.
And Lo-Fi Beats Girl is the whoiest.
Yeah. And then Leve in the middle, the singer, the jazz singer. Oh, whoa, her. Yeah, she's in the middle.
Okay. I'll take that. I don't know if people will agree with that. I'll take it. No, I'll take it.
Well, would you say that Leve is higher than Loewe?
I would say they're kind of the same, weirdly. But both are impossible to pronounce, that's for sure.
That's true. Lo-Fi for sure at the bottom. Okay, let's make them tied. Loewe and Leve. Then Lo-Fi Beats Girl. Lo-Fi Beats Girl kind of fell off. What happened to her? Is she in the Kia Asylum?
She might have. But she probably has more views than all those girls combined.
Oh, I'm watching her. Oh, she's still live. She's still writing.
She's still writing. She never stops. She never stops.
How many people do you think are watching Lo-Fi Beats Girl right now? Because she's always live.
Like, if I'm guessing 20,000 people. I'm kidding.
You are so close. 27,000 people are watching Lo-Fi Beats Girl.
27,000 people are currently watching Lo-Fi Girl. She's literally more famous than anyone on that list then, I guess. Yeah. Sorry, like 27,000 people have never bought like a Loewe bag or a Lo-Fi album or whatever.
Hey, Lindsay, Bobby, Timmy. I'm calling to talk about Meg Stalter crashing her own look-alike contest in Bushwick to promote her new song, Prettiest Girl in America. And honestly, it's a bop. It's a banger. If you haven't heard it yet, check it out. Also, I know she's a Who. Is she a Prestige Who? Is she on her way to Femdom? Please discuss. Thank you. Crunch, crunch.
Meg Stalter, subject of a great Fran piece from a couple days ago that was, don't ask too many questions about Meg Stalter's pop career.
Meg.
Like, is it a joke? Yes, but not really. Kind of.
She's a comedian.
Yes.
So she's always, doing it for the lulz, but she's got an Andy Kaufman-esque thing that she's doing that I like, where it's like
she's always in character.
Yeah, and she doesn't break that often. She's not going to kind of like be like, ha ha ha, that was my joke, right? Like she's fully living it 360 in her as the fun, right? And wants you to kind of just believe everything that she's doing, even though a lot of it is like for joke, for parody.
I have to watch this again because I just think it's one of the funniest award show moments of the entire award season last year. It makes me laugh.
The fact that she's had multiple.
When she and Paul Downs went on the Actor Awards and she said that she was cut, she found out that their scenes were cut from Hamnet. It just makes me laugh so hard.
It's so funny.
Oh my God, my girlfriend's here. I love you. I cannot believe this is happening right now. Thank you, SAG-AFTRA. Thank you to our amazing cast. Jesse, Paul, the other Paul. Chloe, you've changed my life.
Meg, what are you doing? What are you doing, honey?
Mom, hi.
No. What are you doing?
I'm accepting our awards for our roles in Hamnet.
Oh, no.
Did you want to go first?
No. We're presenting an award.
I can't breathe.
We're presenting... Meg, I hate to tell you this, but they cut us from the movie. We're not in the final cut of Hamnet.
What? I think she's really funny, but she really needs that straight man to play against her craziness. And I think there's she really I just saw her on Seth Meyers' show, and it was like it was perfect because Seth Meyers is the most straight man ability.
Of all straight men,
like he can just really play against a kooky person. Like he's just like, wait, are you saying that bit? That's kind of what they always do. And it just works so well. But I do think for her, she really needs that energy. And that's when she shines, is when somebody's there to kind of ground her, where she has a misunderstanding and then someone's like, actually, Meg, like blah, blah, blah. But I do like that she's doing this like fake music thing, because it is it's like part of the character that she is developing as the Meg Stalter character, which is like this celebrity, this like fake celebrity, this kind of Trisha Paytas, like I'm more famous than.
More famous in her mind than she is.
Yeah, exactly.
In actuality. It works on me. It's very, very funny.
Oh, it's very funny. But also what's funny is if she gets more famous, which I guarantee you she will, that character does not work anymore. Kind of.
Yeah, almost like it's like when Kathy Griffin transcends the D-list and just becomes a celebrity, where like the gag doesn't quite work anymore.
Right.
But I think she's a who. She's definitely a who.
She's definitely a who. Oh, she's definitely a who.
She's a who. She's not a them.
She's definitely a who.
She's a who.
For sure. She did star in her own show on Netflix, but that didn't really catapult her to anything different than what I think her niche before. Do you know what I mean? Like Too Much was a really big deal, but I don't know if that show really hit as hard.
Mm-hmm. What was her first big thing was Hi Gay, right? That's kind of how she went viral for the first time.
Which
Hi
is
Gay.
That's
Hi
crazy.
Gay.
Remember, she went viral on TikTok. Hi Gay.
Hi Gay. Okay.
Play it. It's very
I
still very
actually want to
funny.
hear it again. Hi Gay.
It's very funny. Well, doesn't she do?
She's like in front of a wheel. Yeah, she's in front of a wheel.
Yeah, it's like for Gay Pride Month, we're selling eggs at half price or like whatever it is.
Thank you for listening to the episode of Who Weekly. Call in at 619-WHO-THEM to leave questions, comments, and concerns for our Friday show. Support us on patreon.com/Who Weekly for bonus episodes, a Discord server, commentary tracks, and more. You can also get the audio only on Apple Podcasts. Just click subscribe within the app. What else? Also, you can buy tickets to see me and Lindsay talk about my upcoming novel, We Are Gathered Here Today, on June 15th at Books Are Magic in Brooklyn. Just go to Books Are Magic's website to buy tickets to that. That's going to be very fun, the two of us talking about that. Thank you to Katie and Eric of The Who's for providing our Read It theme song on Tuesdays. Thank you to Timmy, our research and editorial assistant, for researching and editorializing. We'll see you on Tuesday if you're not a subscriber. We'll see you on Sunday if you are. Bye.
Bye.
Hey.
His lawyer has already spoken to Extra, and he said,
Hey, this is Dave Infante, the cunty columnist from the Liquor blog that you guys talked about on an episode earlier this month. A friend of mine, a tipster, passed it along, the clip you spoke about with regarding Miles Teller's sale of Finnish long drink. I covered that at VinePair, and you guys, it seems like, found the column. I am honored, of course, to be mentioned on Who Weekly and such a illustrious capacity as the cunty columnist from the Liquor blog. I just want to let you know I actually publish a newsletter about drinking in America called Fingers. No relation, of course, to Bobby, but I've been publishing that for like half a dozen years, and there's plenty more where that came from. A lot of it quite cunty, I think. But of course, I'll let you guys be the judge. Anyway, I just wanted to say I appreciate you guys reading the column, checking it out, and yeah, there's plenty of celebrity bullshit happening in the booze world, as always. So maybe we can follow up on the next big crazy deal. Like, for example, Kendall Jenner taking a big investment from Sazerac for her 818 tequila brand. But whatever, I leave that to you guys. Anyway, I just want to call and say thanks for the shout out. I'm honored, and my friend told me to sign off by saying crunch crunch. So, see you later.
Hey BLT, here's some things that I would pay money for if you put it behind a paywall on OnlyFans. Supercuts of all of the idioms that Lindsay gets wrong. Bobby telling like really long stories that kind of go nowhere about like a cake that he made for a dinner party. Timmy voice notes from all of the DJs that he goes to, because for me as a millennial, it feels like, you know, updates from a different planet. You know, the list goes on and on. I'm just saying, I would subscribe.
I was showering and listening to Who Weekly, and Popular Mechanics Robinson made me cry laughing and then also cut myself when I was shaving my legs. But Popular Mechanics Robinson is top tier echelon. That's my new sign off. Popular Mechanics Robinson.
Hey, Lindsay, Bobby, Timmy. This is Jenna. I know you're not going to play this, but I just had to share this story with somebody when you started talking about Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is known, excuse me, in my immediate family secretly as a game show for idiots because my aunt was on Wheel of Fortune in the late 80s, early 90s, and she won the grand prize. And I think she won the grand prize on the word triangle. That was the whole answer, was triangle. And, you know, they give you RSTLE. So, anyway, she famously said to my mother, an English teacher, reading is for idiots. Or she said reading is for losers. Anyway, yeah, anybody can be on that show, I think, and anybody could win. She won a car and she sold it, and you know what? That makes her a winner. Maybe reading is for losers. Anyway, Lindsay podcaster, Bobby paralegal, Timmy sweetheart, crunch crunch.
Hi, BLT. I just returned from an extremely fun weekend in Joshua Tree and specifically Pioneer Town, which you may remember from that new Girly on Selling Sunset brought them there. My dear friend Kelly, who introduced me to Who Weekly years ago, we've seen several of your shows together in person, and she just got married there, and it was beautiful. And so I just want to wish her and John a congratulations, and we love you guys deeply, such an important part of my life. So, okay, love you guys, and Avia Tiongin, crunch crunch, bye.